position specific drills. So I play first base, so we're really going to focus on that one. We're going to do some picks, some pick off positioning, and then some stretching, like how do you stretch, when you stretch. So basically, I'm going to have someone throw me some picks, and we'll just do a couple forehand, or a couple straightforward, some forehand, and then some backhands, really focusing on not stretching too early on these, and then making sure we're watching the ball all the way into our glove. And yeah, here you go. So every time I'm gonna act like I am straight on, ready for the ball to be hit at me, and then go back like the ball is actually hit, and then if they made a bad throw, that's when the picks will be. So I'll reset every single time, so it's more game-like, really focusing on watching the ball all the way into my glove and not stretching too early on them. So when it's right in front of you, it's best to use two hands just so we make sure we securely have it. But the forehands and backhands obviously are a little harder to do two hands. So next off, I'm gonna have you go over here. Next off, we're gonna do some pick-off positioning. So since I'm right-handed, I prefer to, when the catcher's picking off the girl at first, I prefer to turn to my left. So I'll just take 2 steps and make sure my left foot is lined up with the front corner of the bag, so that I can just reach down and tag them right away. If you're lefty, or if you prefer to be open to the field if you're righty, you can always turn to your right, but this will be a disadvantage if you are right-handed, because you'll have to reach all the way across your body to tag them, so it will be a slower tag. But this will also prevent, if they decide to just run a second instead of coming back, this will prevent you from being confused right away and having to listen to your fielders. This way you'll see it right away and be able to throw them out right away. But personally, I just prefer to turn this way, quicker tag, rely on your teammates to talk to you like they should be if the runner does decide to try a trick play and go ahead and go to 2. So on this one, I'm just gonna have you throw normal throws, like we're picking off, really focusing on that footwork so you're not obstructing the bag, so don't step too far so where they can't slide back, and then not being too far away where you can't even reach them to tag. So it'll look a little like this. This one you can also incorporate some picks in it, because not all the throws from the catcher will be perfect. So if we do that, it'll look like this. Here you go. We throw them on the ground. And it's okay to work on bad throws just like that. You're gonna have bad throws every once in a while from your catcher. They won't be perfect, so it's okay to incorporate some high ones, some way too far to the left, way too far to the right. Just making sure you can make that adjustment. Next, we're gonna work on stretching. So it's really important for a first baseman to know how to stretch and when, and to really learn your infielders and their arms, because you can have a shortstop with a super strong arm that you have to stretch earlier for, versus a third baseman with a not so rocket of an arm as your shortstop. So you really need to learn their arms and learn when to stretch with each of them. And even communication. Like with your second baseman, you might have a really close play over here, and they might want to flip it instead of throw it at you because you're like 10 feet away, 5 feet away. So making sure you have clear communication on exactly what you're doing